Well, that's
also, I love that nobody knows how to spell gachapon.
Well, no,
everybody spells it differently.
Well, gashapon is a brand.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, because with the S, yeah, because I saw because I beat this game last night, and in the credits, like they're listed as like because it's basically product placement.
Oh, that would explain the specific type because I've seen that type of capsule before, so that makes sense.
Yep. Oh, hey, we're going to one of my favorite levels from the original. Which are the forest levels.
I remember you telling us that in the original.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So always been kind of the type to get really agitated when. Like, I feel like I'm the only one giving a fuck in a project.
That is fair.
That's understandable.
And yeah, I love the forest levels in this game. So I don't know why aesthetically, I just really like.
Yeah, I remember
around the giant trees.
Ooh, that's pretty as fuck.
Also, the music is fucking banger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always kind of had that as like a problem where it's like on one hand, like I don't mind taking the lead in a project. You know me, I can be kind of a creative control freak when I'm allowed to be.
Sure.
But like it's one thing when I feel like I'm the only one giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is definitely probably maybe it's made me seem hard to work with when it's like if I'm the only one giving an absolute fuck in a project and everyone else just wants to go home.
Yeah, that's fair because instead of like us like who like actually wants to work and get the project and they're like, oh, we'll do it eventually. It's like, no.
Yeah, and I will also admit, like I said, I'll admit to my own flaws. I've always had this problem in my life, which is I'm a yapper but not always the best listener.
I mean, I feel like you've been pretty good about listening, at least when I've known you.
Yeah, I know. Well, like I said, that's taken considerable effort. I will say.
Well, I guess I'll just say, like, then you've gotten better.
Yeah.
That is what I'll tell you.
As in, like, I'm really good at yapping myself, but I've always kind of struggled in giving other people the rightful attention they've been due, and that's not really an excuse for it, just the way I've just been.
No, sure. I mean, it takes time. You got to learn and grow with that stuff.
Yeah.
But I also kind of want to piggyback off of what you said, which is like, because like I also like have a bad habit of like, because when I'm working on something and I'm doing something, I like really, really want to make sure that it comes out in what I think is correct. And so like I tend to find I love assembling teams of people and I love bringing people together, like do these big projects, and I love being a director and kind of being able to see people who like maybe won't be able to do this stuff maybe ever again, who knows, but like kind of getting their foot in the door and being like, hey, like, do you want to come voice act in a thing for me, or hey, do you want to come be a part of this like silly little channel that I have, like. And they're like, yeah, sure. And then, like, we always give it a try, see how it works. And, like, but the one thing I worry about, especially with Cartridge Crusaders, has been a big thing for me that I worry about is like I said earlier, is, like, steamrolling people. And making sure that I don't, like, sometimes I might have to just be like, okay, well, we need to make a decision. And so I'll be the one to make the decision. But, like, I don't want it to feel like I'm just, like, my word is law. Yeah. And that's the end of it. So I hope you guys don't feel like that.
I mean, I'm going to be real. I think in a lot of ways, your own, like, trying to, like, push your vision has honestly been very helpful and, like, humbling me.
Oh, okay.
Like, it more so in the sense, and not just you also, but kind of working with everyone on the team because, like I said, since I'm so used to dealing with groups where other people don't give a shit, the way that is manifested is me being very much, me being occasionally very high on my own supply in terms of my own creative ideas. And it has been very refreshing. Basically, I don't want to say like working for someone, but like in a way, like contributing to someone else's vision.
Sure.
Because it is just business-wise, it's a very good experience to have.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
In terms of just because like being able to collaborate and work with other people's visions is a very important skill to have if you want to get a job in a creative field.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I think like I was so not used to working with other people that were like passionate about this type of shit that like it was really refreshing basically being able to get out of my own creative headspace and try to adapt to someone else's.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad.
So, and it's also once again, it's felt refreshing, but it was a good practice in humility, I think. If as silly as that sounds.
No, I totally get that. Because I've had similar issues where like I've worked with like you and Flynn and Dan, and so like there have been times where I'm like, you know what, like everybody is creatively different, like we gotta like try different things and whatever. So like I feel like it's offering a lot of humility for a lot of us because like we've all, I feel like, kind of been used to just working solo on a lot of stuff. Like Dan and I have been collaborating for a while, But like a lot of us tend to just work on our own projects, and we tend to be very self-sufficient in solo. So it's just one of those things where we kind of got in our own heads a lot. But like once we started working with each other, we were like, oh right, like there are other creative like, which is obvious. But like until you work with somebody who is as passionate creatively as you are, you don't really, it doesn't click with you until it happens.
No, I'd absolutely agree. Like that was probably one of the best honors I can say we've had working on this channel.
Yeah.
Is just being able to like, as just collectively as a group, all worked well together because we all equally give a fuck. We all want the channel to succeed.
Yeah.
We all have differing but not incompatible ideas on how to get to those goals.
I agree.
Yes.
And that's like, I don't know, it's just working out well. It's definitely probably the best, most extended group project I've been a part of.
I love that. The Cartridge Crusaders, the best group project.
Yeah.
That's great.
Birdly going the ultimate group project.
And I'm going to get an A. I actually want to get an A. Chris, I have an A on Social Blade.
Watch Deltarune. Watch Deltarune. I'm no longer asking.
What? Yeah.
This is a command.
That series is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I actually like a little peek behind the curtain.
Yes, please.
Normally, we, me and Veras, when we edit the videos, normally there is a back and forth in that system where like we review the videos that we edit.
Yeah, so like one of us will edit a video and then the other one will come in to review it, basically.
Yes. So I haven't been doing that for Deltarune. So like,
Yeah, you did like what, the first one or two?
I think I did the
maybe?
first one.
I mean, the episodes
maybe
are
the second
long,
one.
so like, I
Yeah,
can
they're
kinda-
way too long.
The episodes are wicked long,
Oh, didn't
and
mean to do
like
that.
there is just a lot of reading involved. So I'm like, okay, do I need to? And it ultimately turned into.
I can smell you.
Why is he looking at me like that?
Yeah. Bro, don't look at me like that.
Bro, stop.
But sorry, Dan, continue.
No, yeah, I'm good. Essentially, because of the amount of effort on your part was not trivial, but it was like one of those like
God.
we weren't necessarily editing anything out.
Not really. There
Yeah,
was stuff they edited out, but
Yeah.
most of it stayed.
It was
Yeah.
difficult too, though, just because of this, the nature of
Like how it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, so
It's
like
difficult to edit around stuff when like the whole video needs to kind of stay in. Like,
it does.
but I have found like cheeky workarounds every once in a while, where like I'll like just put audio in different places and just play the game audio by itself and stuff.
You've done little bits and pieces as far as as I've seen.
Yeah.
That make it worth watching.
Yeah.
I would say.
I appreciate that.
Watching the first episode and the second episode, I'm like, ooh, wow.
Yeah, I try to like keep it steady, keep it going, and try to just like move it along and along. And
Yeah.
like I feel like over time my editing with it got better and better and better. And if my work goes to waste on all that Spamton shit, I will crash out.
Yeah, I just think the collective effort that all went into those episodes was so good because, like, first of all, it helped that we had good source material to work with. Like,
absolutely.
Like the general writing was so good and so funny that it made us just kind of ease into like becoming these characters.
Yeah,
and then
the side
and
conversation.
the fucking like side the out of canon side conversations that were happening were so fucking good.
Yeah.
It was so fucking good, and it like gave it a unique, and it gave the episodes a unique edge. So it wasn't just us reading, dialogue written for us the entire time.
That's
Yeah.
true. Like we just like learned who these characters were and then just started doing shit like quote unquote in voice.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, this thing.
One thing that I absolutely love about all of our Deltarune characters and voices is that as goofy as some of them were, when we needed to be emotional, we still did it. Like even
Yep.
with the stupid voices.
Yeah, like I want to say, like I'm gonna be real, like Dan, you fucking put in the work for Noelle.
Oh, thank you.
Even, dude, Dan, you also got a compliment on how well you did Ralph saying like the finale.
Really?
Yeah, chapter 4 Ralsei. Holy
Yeah.
shit, Dan.
Yeah,
Like it was especially impressive because out of all of us, you're the one who had the least experience with the game.
Yeah.
That is true.
As a nun.
Yes, based on the vibe. I'm just like, all right, hold on. Sad vibe. All right, I have to try this. Hold on.
Yeah.
And I did the thing. I guess I nailed it.
Yeah, no, you did a really good job.
No, like the from the very beginning, like the voice was so fitting, and then as it went on, like to everything that goes on, and like especially chapter 4 was definitely, I feel like, the voice acting peak of for a lot of us.
Oh, I
really
agree
was.
completely. Yeah.
Like
Like,
holy shit.
You being Susie Ann Gerson was so was so
crazy.
I'm old.
that was so good.
I love that so much.
That was so good.
Like
I feel like I kept running, and I loved this. It didn't bother me. I thought it was awesome. But I kept running into the problem where I kept voicing characters that exclusively talk to
each other. Yeah.
Because like I was Lancer and Susie in chapter 1, and then like I was Gerson and Susie in chapter 4.
Yep.
And then like it was like I got a break in chapter 3.
You
which
did.
was nice because I was only like Ram, I think, and Susie.
Yes.
So, like,
Yeah.
that was fine. But like chapter 2, I was like over half of the characters the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was rough. But one thing I still think was really perfect with the casting is the fact that since you're Susie and Dan is Ralse, it helps because you guys are like actually siblings. It makes like it makes the little tiny little petty moments between them.
Yeah, even better.
Feel very genuine.
That is true.
Because we can work off of each other like that.
That was really good casting. Was like, and it was accidental. It was purely accidental.
Oh yeah, because we spun a wheel for like almost all of it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was
The
all
only
by
times-
random chance.
The only times we didn't spin were Spampton, Queen, and I think Tenna.
Tenna also.
Yeah, well, because those were all ones where we all very much wanted those voices.
Yeah, absolutely.
And because I'm really happy with how Queen turned out. That was
Oh,
probably my.
she was
she
so
was
fucking
incredible.
funny, dude. That was like
Like-
my favorite voice you did through the whole
yeah,
series.
Toodles. My
Noel, sweetie honey gravy, how are you?
I fucking love that voice.
and you can pull it out
Yeah.
just like that.
It's so funny.
It's like holy shit.
Yum, 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 yum. I love tolerating you.
no, that's so good.
What is like?
Do we really have to do this right now?
What is so funny to me is like the voice. There's one voice that I use in Deltarune that I used to use in general as a joke, and now that it's that character, every time I do it, everyone's like, "Oh, you're channeling that character."
Oh, it's Lancer,
It's
right?
Lancer.
It's Lancer. Your Lancer
Yeah.
voice is so
Yeah.
good.
It was
It's so
like,
good.
Hey, hey, everybody!
I think my other favorite one to do was definitely Rules.
Oh my god. Hard.
Your rules was so funny.
Posit, I have a laser pointer.
Hey, second dad. Jesus fucking Christ!
And
I love
every time you went,
God damn it!
I fucking love that.
I had to
so
pull that
much.
from my soul. Like,
God.
that's probably why it was so powerful.
My God.
Holy shit.
It's so funny. Yeah, if you guys have watched the channel for a while, like, there are some voices that we just kind of, like, borrowed
Yeah.
from our normal lexicon that we use.
Oh yeah, also shout out to Flynn and his fucking Rudy voice.
oh yeah,
I am Rudy.
I am hospitalized. Talk about my illness. I'll give a lot of credit to Flynn because I'm gonna be real. Like, Megan doesn't watch our channel too much.
Yeah.
But she religiously quotes, "I am hospitalized" and talk about my illness. Like, because I showed because we watched the finale of chapter 1 together, and
fuck yeah.
and she was absolutely dying at the entire Rudy bit. And so literally whenever we're she wasn't feeling well, like, because we were like, there was like a sickness going around at her work that she ended up getting and that I ended up getting.
Yeah.
And like anytime we're just not feeling well or any conversation now, it's like
Talk about my illness.
talk about my illness.
Oh my God, it was so funny. I love his Tenna's voice too. Actually.
Oh yeah, no, that
too.
Yeah,
I loved it
that
so
You
much.
are the star of today's show.
You are the star of today's show.
yeah, that one, like, I warmed up because originally when I heard the voice, I wasn't as a fan because I'm like, oh, that just sounds like Rudy without the accent. But it grew on me over time, and by the finale, I thought it was perfect.
Oh God, I loved it so
Yeah.
much. I like the effect I put on it. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, that did.
Yeah,
add
no,
to
I did like the effect.
I think it added to it a lot. I love the characters that add effects to it.
Yeah.
How about your ant-sized, rapidly shrinking life?
Yeah, that's all. That's just one. I just. That's just one.
Yeah. I love.
Yeah.
I loved fucking dude.
Sorry.
I love
Editing-
fucking.
Editing. Yeah. That sounds like
Like the fucking cyberpunk meme.
yeah. I made 2 of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks to my company.
Oh my god.
I loved messing up my laugh for Spampton. Like I took my like laugh and spliced it up to like you for Spampton's thing, and it was so much fun. And his
Oh, shit.
Spampton Neo's voice was so much fun.
That was
to sound design for. It was so menacing to listen to. I feel like
it was. I remember looking at that clip because I also put together a voice reel over the course of Deltarune.
Yeah, so we could keep track of everything.
So we could keep track of all of our voices and shit. And when you wanted me to pull up like Spam to Neo, I essentially pulled the clip you gave me.
Yeah, I was like, no, Dan, you have to pull it from the episode. I was like, you can't pull it from the recording. You have to pull it from the episode.
Right, which I ended up doing. Yeah. And I remember looking at that voice and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. And it's like really threatening sounding.
And it's even crazier because you said the way you did the effects with that voice was consistent throughout the entire time.
Yeah.
At least in that instance.
Yeah.
And you did one effect, I think by accident.
Yeah, it was when he said,
Heaven! Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you made it sounded even like you added more modulation to it.
Yeah, like
that made it sound even more menacing.
Yeah.
But that was just you.
No, that was just me. I just like did a little, like when we were recording it, I just like made my voice sound a little different and it just amplified all the other effects.
Yeah, which is crazy.
It made it sound really creepy. But no, I loved that so much. It was so much fun. We should play, you know what we should do?
What should we do?
We should play Undertale.
Now we know how to.
Yeah, now we know how.
Yeah, we have a system. We have a system for hey, you know, it's still technically it's still technically the 10-year anniversary.
Hey.
No, we probably won't play it for a little bit, but
we'll wait until after the next gauntlet. I would say.
But we should definitely play Undertale. Should we, for the characters who are coming back, should we keep those voices or change?
I think so.
Okay, I think we should keep them.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So that would mean you would voice Sans.
Yeah.
And then Flynn would still have to do. Chris, what the fuck are you doing in there?
What the fuck are you doing? Well, to be fair, he'd only be doing it for the first third of the game.
That's fair.
And then like the last couple.
And then I can,
third of the game.
And I can still be sad dad Asgore, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, that's
That
right.
is true.
Oh, and then Dan's Undyne.
Oh my god.
And I'm Alphys. Oh my god.
You know what? I think for that we should do.
That's gonna be so.
Yeah, you know, if I had a nickel for every
Dan.
single time that like Dan and Veras had to voice a lesbian couple in a Toby Fox project, I'd have 2 nickels. But it's weird that it happened twice.
Yeah, it's not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. That is weird that that's happened twice.
But wait, because what was the other? Oh,
yeah, Noelle and
Yeah,
Susie.
Noelle and Susie, yeah.
You're right. Oh my god. What are the fucking odds?
I just love Yuri.
Oh, Susie.
What? What's so funny?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
I'm the mighty Susie Zilla.
Do the Mario.
Do the Mario.
It's actually kind of funny because now that I think about it, we switched voices.
What do you mean?
So think of it this way.
Yeah.
So Noelle, I'm a nasally.
Oh my
Little
god, you're right. For Alphys and Undyne, and then for Susie and Noelle, they're just swapped.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
instead- I just realized that.
Make sure that you give this to Undyne.
Yeah.
And then, hey, how's it going, fuck nuts?
And then I got fucking.
Oh, Susie, I don't know if we should do this thing.
And then we have Undyne, which is like, hey, punk, get out of the road.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's so fucking. There's
God.
only 2 voices for Yuri,
God.
and those are it.
And
God.
it's hard Brooklyn and nasal.
Yeah, it's Butch and Femme. That's what it is.
Yeah. I'm so excited for Chapter 5. Like it is.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be so good.
I cannot fucking wait to the first video back, and
Oh my God.
and it's just like, hey, we're back, fuck nuts.
Yeah.
All of you.
I see. I'm excited personally because I have a feeling that Chapter 5 is gonna let me flex my sad dad energy. With,
I hope so.
With Asgore probably going fucking through it.
That's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna see.
I can't wait.
I'm very curious to see because it's funny because I think I've mentioned this on Deltarune before, but like before that playthrough, I had never touched Deltarune in my life.
Yeah.
Like I played Undertale, I went the worst route possible because I seen everybody do the pacifist route, and I'm like, what the fuck does the other end look like?
Yeah, so he did Genesis.
Yeah.
I know.
I love the way that story ends though, because I know you did the story about what happened during the Sans fight.
Oh, yeah,
my
that's
god!
right.
Briefly,
Yeah.
I did the Sans fight. And I couldn't beat the Sans fight, so Veras came in, beat the Sans fight, and reset my computer before it could save.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that I didn't get any credit for that, and I'm
Yep.
like,
I think I beat him on.
Do your own murder.
I
You
think I-
beat it on the first attempt.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Which at the time was impressive. It's not really impressive anymore, but at the time,
It's
it was
still
very
impressive. That's still. I mean,
It's still impressive.
I've to this day never fought Sans.
It's there
I
was
hope
like,
you never do.
Somebody put the fight online, and I just practiced while I was supposed to be doing schoolwork.
Yeah, I did. I never played the online the version you could download because I guess
bad
part of me
time
was
sim.
yeah. I guess for me it was very much a case of my brain rot with Undertale was so strong that even just like basically even entertaining the idea of doing the Sans fight just felt like a
sin.
yeah. It felt like it would make me feel unclean.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fair,
No, I
yeah.
get that. I literally was just curious, and I was like, well, I'm not going to do it on my own save file, so I'll just do it online where it doesn't count.
Yeah,
or in
fair-
my case, my save file.
Or Dan's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. It's like one of those things where it's like I gotta, we've been blowing smoke up Toby Fox's ass pretty much the entire time, and for well-deserved reasons.
Yeah.
But I feel like one of his greatest writing achievements is making me like give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, I've been absorbed into fictional worlds and characters before, but I think he takes the cake in terms of writing characters that I genuinely care what happens to them, even though I like know they're fake.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's true.
And
I agree.
what I think I love about it, and there's a really good video by Andrew Cunningham, who like he does a lot of like Undertale, Deltarune like analysis videos.
Yeah.
He has a really good video talking about like what made like, Undertale so good to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is he brings up a topic which is the idea that Undertale weaponizes the fact that you know it's a video game because
Yeah.
It's true.
because literally Flowey and like Kara's whole arc has to do with the idea of seeing characters as only pixels on a screen and not giving a fuck what happens to them as a result because you know it's not real.
Exactly,
So it's
yeah.
like the moment you stop, like if you play the game too much, the moment you stop caring and start like wanting to experiment just because you need to see what happens.
Yeah.
And because that's the moment you stop seeing them as like you stop being immersed, or where you stop seeing them as real characters.
Yeah.
And you start just kind of seeing the different dialogue options for what they are. Like that's something that happens in any game when you play it long enough. But like Undertale like makes that like part of the canon.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
so it's like there's no way to like you can't outthink the game basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Is like you can't like if you decide like hey I don't like the idea of killing these characters, but ultimately they're not real. They're ultimately not real, and I'm not actually a bad person if I try to kill them all. And then the game's like yeah, we know that's how you're gonna think, and we're gonna like actually try to make like tear you apart for it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like so it's like there's no way to like the game like accommodates for like every type of like player thinking, and it's like really interesting.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, like at the end, like when Sans like assesses you for everything, like it's like it really puts your like actions into perspective.
You know what moment fucked me up the most? And it's like it's talking about how the fact that like the game refuses to let you outthink it. It's the fact that I'm sure you know about this. Like you know when Flowey has like his speech in the genocide run talking about basically what I just mentioned, the whole idea of becoming desensitized after multiple playthroughs.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then Flowey says a line where it's like, "Hey, at least we're not like those cowards who only watch it happen and aren't willing to aren't willing to do it themselves." Meanwhile, me watching it in a YouTube video because I figured at least watching the genocide run was not gonna put the same blood on my hands as just playing it myself.
And then they
but
made
then
you...
they put the blood on your hands even further.
Yeah,
That's so
it's like
funny.
holy shit, he thought of everything.
Yeah. Toby Fox really did think of
Tricky
everything.
Tony strikes again.
So I'd like to throw out one more thing while we're on this 2-year anniversary of Justin.
Please do.
Metal Gear.
Oh yeah.
What a fucking trip.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Metal Gear
still
was.
had so much fun with that series.
That was
Yeah.
a journey.
There are series that like when they end, like when Deltarune ended, I cried. Like I was actually because I loved doing it, I loved recording it, I loved editing it, as painful as it was sometimes. It was just I loved it so much. It was very cathartic for me in a lot of ways, and like in more ways than I can even talk about. But it was just like I loved it so much, and then it was like Metal Gear that was like 4 months of our lives. Like
That was a long time.
Deltarune was like 4 months of our lives too, but like or like even longer. But just like these long series are crazy.
Yeah, and the other thing is also with Metal Gear. Like Metal Gear was a lot shorter, I think runtime was, but it was spread out over a lot much longer because of just doing the gauntlet stuff at the same time.
Yeah, so we had to take, take a break from it.
Yeah, we had
true.
we had to take a break. So and on top of that, just like our schedules weren't synced up as well as they are now.
Yeah,
At the time.
That's true.
exactly. And like a lot of these like earlier things like even paved the way for stuff that we do now. Like Dan's like joke book shit is what led to us doing cards.
That is true. Because it turned into a conversation starter.
Yeah, it turns and like everybody loves the cards apparently. Like a lot of people, I've heard a lot of positive reactions towards the cards. And
Yeah.
so like we try to use them like as often as possible, which is great for us because sometimes we don't know what to talk about.
That's true.
So we're just like, yeah, bring the cards out.
Bitches love cards.
I love it when I pull my cards out. It's fucking crazy.
There's my Ferb moment for the episode.
Yeah. God, even Nuts and Bolts was insane.
Oh my god.
That was
Nuts and
such a
Bolts.
long fucking series.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. Like, we've had so many different, like, long series and short series and episodes and stuff. That's just insane to look back on all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go back to Metal Gear at some point, not because it's just my own brain rot, but just because one day I would just love to see the jokes return as like a format.
I mean,
like,
Oh, yeah.
I can bring those back. We just need a format for it to make sense.
That is true.
Yeah.
well, what made it work during Metal Gear was the fact that
It was
punishment on it was jokes were punishable by instead of punishable by death, punishable by jokes.
Punishable by pun.
Death was punishment by jokes.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
It was
made
death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
Because
Yeah.
like at first I was like, oh, okay, that's fun. It's not so bad. And then like episode like 20, you're like, God, no, I don't want to hear any more jokes, please.
Screaming at me at the end.
Yeah, Flynn
dur-
was not happy.
Well,
with
during
it.
the Rex fight, it was so
my
bad.
God.
yeah, that was really
Those
fucking
were some
bad.
of the worst jokes I think I've ever found.
Dan says like, all right, time to tell a joke, and Flynn's like, shut the fuck up, I don't want to hear any more jokes.
Yep.
It was so fucking funny. 2-player, what the fuck is 2-player?
I think one person plays as a fairy. It's kind of like I'd say like the co-star mode in Mario Galaxy.
Oh, boo.
Oh, all right.
Okay, that was what the fuck was that guy?
That was Professor Pac, gonna give you little hints on the boss fight.
Oh, gotcha.
But you know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm
You're
doing.
good.
I know what I'm doing. I'm just ass.
No,
That's
it's
because these
okay.
fights fucking suck. Cock.
Yeah.
So, I have very limited knowledge of Pac-Man World 2, except for what we've played on the channel, and then what I've seen Veras play. This was not the boss in the original game.
It was not. So what they did was if in the original game, the first boss fight was the big frog mech, and then the last 3 of the ghosts all had like little ghost machine. They were all kind of similar fights, where it was like them all in like a little mech that looks like a ghost.
Yeah, I remember that fight.
Yeah,
'Cause you
and
did it twice, and I was like, why do they have the same boss twice?
and yeah, and the third one is basically the same as that. So I guess they wanted to add more variety, and like it's like, hey, listen, why was the first ghost a frog and the rest were all just ghosts? Why don't we make them all animal themed mechs?
Yeah, I think this is way better.
I do
I do like it better conceptually. Just these fights, but like in terms of execution, these fights I do not like them because they go on way too long.
no, that's fair.
And
That's fair.
And they ration out the health so fucking like
scarcely.
so
yeah.
scarce. Like that's what these enemies are for. They're for me to flick out of the way so they can drop stuff. And half the time they drop power pellets, which do not help me. Oh, there. Actually, one actually dropped one. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully
Wow.
it won't despawn when I actually need it.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know how long their respawn rate is.
I wish health stuff didn't despawn.
That would be helpful.
But that's part of the challenge.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it already despawned. Okay.
Yeah.
God.
No, but it's interesting.
It's also sorry, Dan. You were saying.
No, it's just interesting how far we've come. Like,
Oh, it was funny because I was like gonna mention like at the beginning of like all of this, and like you can go back and watch those old videos, but like I know I've personally progressed as a person so much in like the past like year that like I look back at some of our old videos and I'm just like
Who is that guy?
who is
Yeah.
this guy? Like I can like it like the like insecurity and like anxiety that I had back then like reeked off of my body in those old videos, and I was like, Jesus, bro. I was like, chill, you're fine. But like nowadays I've just become like a lot more comfortable and confident in like who I am and the jokes I like making and being the token gay of the entire channel and all that stuff. And so
We all
like,
need one.
we all need one. And well, like I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just nice to kind of see like how far like even personally we've all come in the channel and like how we used to be and like how we are now.
that's true.
And how we've all kind of leveled out and grown as people.
It's funny because I went back and watched the Star Fox Adventures playthrough
Oh God,
that
how
we
was
originally
that?
did. That was like actually not bad. Like the pacing isn't great, but like I've obviously fixed that as an editor now.
Yeah.
But like I think me comedic wise, I think I was funnier back then. Like, I've gotten to the point now where I've gotten either too serious or just kind of like too quiet. So like, I don't really have like any. I don't have as much worth as I did back then.
That's not true.
That is
Hold
false.
on. I know that came out worse than I meant it to.
That is false.
I'm not saying I'm worth less now. I'm just saying, like, I think I was funnier back then.
I mean, I think you're still funny. I don't think you were funnier back then than you are now. I think you're still pretty funny.
Nothing as funny as Dan 2000. What the fuck year was that?
2021, I think.
2021, maybe.
Because that's when we brought the whole thing back.
That's
Softbox
true.
Adventures was like our first series back
That
after I
was.
canceled the show.
Random
Yeah.
unrelated question. How was your mental health at that time?
Questionable.
Worse or better?
That's a fantastic question, actually.
Because I'm trying to figure out if we can tie, if you think your own personal comedy is tied to how sad you were.
Well, I can say that back then I was unaware of what problems I had. And then there was a certain, like, breaking point where all of a sudden I'm like, oh.
So maybe you were maybe you were just more positive back then, and now you're kind of going through something right now, and then once you're over this hump, you'll go back to kind of having that confidence in your humor again, maybe?
Maybe, I don't know.
Like,
I know I would definitely be less willing to, like, keep quiet.
I'd almost wonder if it's like an opposite thing where it's like, I mean, we're not your psychologist, so like I can't tell you how your brain works, but like I know for some people it's like not as healthy coping mechanisms for things are like basically manifest into being really fucking funny. So like
Right.
who knows, maybe like actively like knowing problems you have has like, and like being more introspective about it has like, I guess, quieted you out a little bit.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You know what, Justin? I think you might be onto something, because I feel like I kind of went through the same thing where I kind of had my own brain of humor, and then as soon as I found out what was wrong with me, I got quieter, and then as soon as I like kind of got back over that hump, I became funnier again. So Dan, I think you just have to do the same thing.
So I'm just in my not funny phase right now.
You're in
Quote,
your
unquote.
quiet phase right now is what you're in.
Right.
But you'll break out of it eventually.
Okay, I just got to find my footing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you gotta, because when your humor is not coming from your own pain, it's got to be sourced from somewhere else.
Yeah, and
Right.
that's where it gets difficult. You got to find out where
I
you
gotta
can
find that second source.
Yeah, like
It's like
we all.
Zuko when he had to relearn how to firebend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, like we've all taken our, like, I don't know, like my original source of comedy was like, oh, my life sucks and the world is a bitch. But like now my source of comedy comes from the fact that I'm a complete fucking weirdo who likes men. Like,
Yeah,
I found a new source.
And see, to
That's
me,
fair.
that sounds healthier.
Yeah, I agree.
Much healthier,
I
yeah.
agree, because I'm happy with myself. I'm proud of myself, and so like I can charge my humor with confidence as opposed to like desperation and sadness.